the auspicious program, the Kailasa Dharma Jyoti Religion and Worship Award Ceremony in celebration of the Global Conclave World Interfaith Harmony Week. I welcome all of you for this wonderful program. Today, we are recognizing the great services, contribution in the field of interfaith harmony of 10 prominent personalities, dignitaries from various religions from around the globe, from various religions, various faiths, traditions. 10 people are getting awarded. I congratulate all 10 of them for their great contribution in the field of interfaith harmony. We start with Grandmaster Fabio Venzi from Italy. Thank you for what you are doing. And thank you for who you are. Bishop Dalton J. Harding, Secretary of Calgary Interfaith Council, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Canada. Thank you. We sincerely thank you for who you are and what you are doing. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being who you are. Sister Uma Devanath, Brahmakumari's World Spiritual Organization, Trinidad Tobago. Thank you for who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Father Brian McWeeny, Director of Ecumenical and Interreligious Affairs for the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of New York, Catholic, United States. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Father Brian McWeeny. Thank you for being who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Reverend Hapin Im, President and Founder of Faith and Community Empowerment, Catholic, United States. Thank you, Reverend, for who you are and what you are doing. And Pandit Sunil Seetal Maharaj, Head and the Spiritual Leader of Ganeshotsava Foundation, Hindu, Trinidad Tobago. Thank you, Pandit Sunil Seethal Maharaj ji. Thank you for doing what you are doing, being who you are. Reverend Jambo Mullah A, Bishop of Christ Church, Nakasongolo, South Sudan. Thank you again for what you are doing and who you are. Dr. Murali Krishna Bhuvanagiri Sharma ji, Founder and Head Priest of Sankaramatam Vedic Academy, North Carolina, United States. Thank you, Dr. Murali Bhuvanagiri Samraj Sharma ji, for being who you are and doing what you are doing. When Datuk K. Sri Dhammaratna ji from Malaysia, from Buddhist tradition. Thank you, Venerable Datuk K. Sri Dhammaratna ji. Thank you for being who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Sri Raksh Joshi, Chairman for Jagran Society of Calgary, Alberta, Chairman for the Hindu Society of Beaumont, Alberta, Canada. Sri Raksh Joshi, thank you for being who you are and doing what you are doing. I sincerely thank all of you for who you are and what you are doing. And I sincerely thank you all for accepting this Kailasa Dharma Jyoti Religion and Worship Award. Thank you, every one of you, for what you are doing to humanity and for interfaith harmony. Thank you for being who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Paramashiva's message on this auspicious occasion, directly from Kailasa, religion is the science of consciousness and cosmos. It has two components, the pure science part and applied science part. All religions have pure science, like universal values, universal truths, time tested, foolproof, universal truths. Pure science part and applied science. How we apply that pure science in our lives. Some religions may have more percentage of the pure science, some may have less percentage, but all religions will have naturally the pure science, universal truths as their foundation, fundamental existence, their core component. If we all, religious leaders, spiritual leaders, if we all decide to focus more on the universal truths, pure science, and not have deep state's influence in our applied science, not influence the deep state through our applied science, we will all transform the world in no time. We all religious leaders, leaders of faith organizations, religious organizations, religious influencers, spiritual leaders, if we all decide our applied science part, our organization, our faith infrastructure should neither influence the deep state nor get influenced by the deep state. And if we stop using fear and greed, any deep state strategies like a war, deep states desires to conquer a land, grab a country, being used as a tool for political advantage, if we all decide to keep ourselves away from it and focus on the pure science, we will transform the world in no time, I tell you. If we need to save the planet Earth for humanity, it is only religious leaders who can do, not by political leaders. Political leaders are going to care only about how long they can retain power. Political leaders will not bother about the world getting destroyed next day they get down from the power. That will be their agenda. Because only if the society and their nation collapses after they lose the power, they are going to go down in the history as the great leaders. See, after that great leader, the whole country collapsed. Every leader expects this statement to be written in the history that after they stepped down, after they stopped ruling, the nation collapsed. So that the history will remember them as the great leaders. We should know it's only religious leaders who are going to feel for the humanity and planet Earth. It is we who care for the next generation. It is we who care for the world. If we all decide, even if it is little difficult, if we all come to the conclusion, it is time we won't allow the deep state's influence into our organization, and we will not allow our organization to influence the deep state. We will all transform the world in no time. And I tell you, we are all in a spot, in a situation where the religious harmony is not luxury, it's a survival need. It's a survival need. If we all just stick to our publicly declared agenda without letting the deep state to put their agendas into our organization, and we not putting our hidden agendas into the deep state, that's more than enough. I feel that's a solution. Not only we will be able to keep the interfaith harmony, we can keep the planet Earth safe and alive. We religious leaders, we people of faith, we people of book and God, we people who look up to the higher forces for our existence and the planet Earth's existence. It's we all care for the continuity of the humanity. Continuity of the humanity exists on planet Earth. Political leaders will focus only on their branding in the history. They are not going to be bothered about the safety of the planet Earth or the safety of the humanity. So I feel it's all of us need to be responsible, that we don't allow politicians' undeclared deep state agendas penetrating into our organizations. Some of our organizations' deep state agendas not influencing, using the deep state of the nations. All nations have deep state. Let's agree to this truth. Let's not hide. Let's not be in denial. All nations have their deep state. Means the undeclared agendas of the politicians executed by few influencers who are ready to do any illegal dirty work. All countries have the network of deep state, which does undeclared, non-transparent activities. If we religious leaders all come together and decide, let's keep deep state away from us, neither we will benefit by the deep state agendas, nor we will allow the deep state to benefit using our organizations. That's all. I think 90% of the problem among the religions, among the faiths will be solved if we just keep deep state people away. All of us religious people, by our very core, by our very nature, we love peace. All of us who are here, all of us want our library books to be straight. Some of us may not even want to change the location of the book. We all want, after our breakfast, we should be able to pick up the book which we want from our book library cupboard and spend time with our books, contemplate, meditate, do our personal spiritual practice, support our congregation to strengthen their conscious being. We all want this. Fundamentally, we are all peace lovers. That is why we chose religion. We chose faith as our lifestyle, as our full-time life. Not just career, as our living, as our life. We all chose. So it is we all who need to decide to keep planet Earth alive, peaceful for our next generation. For our next generation. My humble request to all the influencers in the field of religion and faith, heads of various religious organizations, my humble request, let's keep the deep state influencers and their agendas away from our organization. Let's make this one resolution. Fundamentally, Deep state wants to use religion to expand their territories, to consolidate their influence over the common mass, control and manipulate the common mass. Let us not become part of the deep state's agendas. Let's keep ourselves to the pure science, the universal values on which we founded our faiths and traditions, and our declared agendas. No religion. No religion declares terrorism and conversion as their agenda. But the deep state influences use religious leaders and organizations and turn them out in practical ground level life, use them, manipulate them for their agendas. If we religious leaders decide to God, our organizations saying no to all deep state influences and deciding we will not influence deep state. Let deep state want to expand their territory, let them use army, let them not use religion. Let it be a declared open war between one country and the other country. Let them manage their agendas. Let us not be party to the deep state's agendas. I feel even if few of us, handful of us, start setting a trend, we will not be part of the deep state agendas. We will not lose our conscious sovereignty, our allegiance to God, our allegiance to cosmos, our allegiance to the pure cosmic science. We will be more chaste towards that than the deep state's agendas, influences, and deep states interfering into our affairs. If we stop them and keep them away, not only we will all be peaceful inside our organization, we will all radiate so much peace. Bishop Dalton G is sending a message, beautiful message of peace and our shared desire of religious leaders to build harmony and work for the common good. Thank you. Thank you, Bishop Dalton Harding Ji. Thank you for your message. And I really feel we need to have a nice network who all say no to politicians and no to deep state influencers influencing religious organizations and using us for their agendas, hidden agendas. We should neither be vote bank for them, nor be source of power for them. We should be source of power only for God. God is the only source of power for us. We should be the source of power only for God. If we all decide, we won't allow deep state influences into our organization, and we will also not allow our people to influence deep state. 90% of the world problems will be solved. So Rahul Aswani is asking what deep state means. Listen, deep state means in all country, in all nation, there will be a network of individual influences across the political party, right wing, left wing, judiciary, executive, legislative, media, across all influences. There will be individuals networking for quid pro quo activities, which is absolutely illegal, undeclared, sometimes even will be anti-national. They do anything and everything for each other's individual interests, undeclared agendas, non-transparent working methodology. They use everything. They use the gray area. Sometimes they even use the black area. They do anything to fulfill their interests and agendas without being bothered about the larger interest of the nation, without being bothered about the cause, the idea for which the nation stands. That gang is what I call deep state. Deep state does not care about humanity. Deep state does not care about constitution. Deep state does not care about jurisprudence. Deep state does not care about law. Deep state does not care about society. Deep state does not care about nation. Deep state is more like a shadow government, and deep state does not even care about each other's interests after they are used. Deep state gets formed as a quid pro quo, supports each other's as long as the other person is needed. Once the other person's use is over, even the other person is discarded, flushed out. That's a danger of the deep state. Getting associated with the deep state is the worst danger in getting associated with the deep state is once your utility is over, they flush you out first because they know you know about their dirty work. Deep state exists almost in all countries. I should say almost in all countries. If we religious leaders, if we religious organizations, if we religious influencers, if we spiritual leaders, if we people of book, people of God, people of dress code, people of ropes, if we decide we will not allow deep state people to influence our organization, and we will not allow our organization to influence deep state people, we will bring so much peace, so much love, so much bliss to planet Earth. I also wanted to mention one more important truth. It's little hard, bitter, but truth. Mass is losing faith on religious leaders because we are not doing what we need to do. We are supposed to maintain our allegiance, our integrity to God, our book, our rope, our declared agendas. But unfortunately, in practical life, when the mass starts seeing the deep state ganging up with the religious leaders and religious leaders allowing the deep state to manipulate religion, the mass is losing faith on the need of the religion and on the need of religious leaders. So we religious leaders need to wake up to this truth, rebuild common mass, common people's trust on us by proving that we are not part of any deep state agenda or any deep state influence. I request all 10 of us today who are here, if we all form a core group and say no to deep state, we are open to associate ourselves with any transparent declared agendas of the nation. We are not anti-national, we are not anti-social. We will cooperate, collaborate with the declared agendas. Open, transparent, declared agendas of the nation is welcome. But we will not allow deep state influences to penetrate our organizations, and we will not allow our organization to use the deep state influences, because once we expect some favor from the deep state people, they are going to use us. It's going to be quid pro quo. Understand, I faced worst persecution in my life, multiple assassination attempts. My organization's infrastructures, temples were burnt, demolished, attacked. I faced lawfare, false accusations, scandals. I have faced so much, but I never allowed the deep state influencers to enter into my organization or deep state influencers to sit across the table with me and negotiate. I said no. No relationship with the deep state influencers. If I decided to have a negotiation with the deep state influencers and settle, allow their agendas, I would not have lost what I lost. My whole organization would have been with me, but I would have been only the head of the organization, not the representative of the God. So I decided I'll be chaste to God than to the organization infrastructure. If we religious leaders, religious influencers, if we decide no deep state influence inside my organization, and my organization will not enter into any form of relationship with the deep state influences, with the shadow government people. I tell you, three things will happen if we all decide. One, we will all be peaceful with absolute certainty about ourselves and our life and our future. That's one. Second, we will gain the faith and trust of the youth, the next generation. Next generation is turning into atheist, materialist, anti-religious in alarming speed. More than the speed of the global warming, human beings turning away from God, religion, cosmic science, spirituality is the biggest threat, and the speed is much more than the speed of the global warming. If we decide to keep deep state away from us, we will regain the trust and faith of the next generation, youngsters, youth. Youth is no more interested in getting exploited. Youth is no more interested with people who are working with hidden agendas. We will gain the trust and faith of the next generation, who are the future of planet Earth. Third, above all, we will save planet Earth and humanity, the only home human beings have. The only home human beings have. We can't afford the deep state to destroy planet Earth. Actually, it is we religious leaders need to keep the check and balance. We are okay with politicians ruling the planet Earth. After all, they decided to spend their life on it, and let them rule. But they have no right to destroy it. They have no right to eliminate it. We can't allow that. We need planet Earth for next generation. It's only we, the people of book, we, the people of God, we, the people of rope, we, the people of faith, can keep planet Earth safe for the next generation. So I sincerely request all the influencers who are here today, let's form a core group with one agenda. We, the people of book, we, the people of God, we, the people of rope, will keep deep state away from us. No quid pro quo. No quid pro quo with the deep state. We will work only the transparent way with declared agendas, with people who are in real power. People who are in real power, the real president, real prime minister, who is constitutionally valid, real statesman with the real agenda in an open and transparent way. We will work only with real people, real statesmen, real agendas, transparent. If we decide only this one decision, all statesmen will have one layer around them who influence the statesmen for the vested interests of others and influence others for the vested interests of the statesmen. This network does anything and everything illegal, immoral, antisocial, to fulfill their vested interests and agendas. This is what I define as a deep state. That's all. That's all. I know I was too open. Actually, I took the risk of opening up and verbalizing this openly in a public platform. But I want to tell you, I have faced everything already. I have faced multiple assassination attempts. I have faced lawfare. Everything possible. With grace of Paramashiva, not only I survived, Paramashiva protects me, and Paramashiva continues to make me successful and fulfill his agendas through me. Because of that, today I openly verbalized it. If we keep up the transparent declared agendas as our life, I know for sure we will regain the trust and faith of the next generation. Next generation can be part of religion. See, we are literally in crossroads. The majority of the next generation, the youth, is taking the exit from religion, exit from faith communities, exit from spiritual ecosystems. Because they are seeing our declared agendas and the decisions made in decision rooms are becoming different. The gap is getting more and more. We people of God, we people of book, we people of rope can't afford to continue to be in denial, can't afford to continue to be in the mood of everything is well, everything is okay, or one day everything will become okay. No. It's we, people of book, we, people of God, we, people of rope, we, people of faith, need to decide we need planet Earth for next generation. We can't allow politicians to destroy it. As long as politicians are ruling it, we are okay. But we should not allow politicians to destroy it. So we religious leaders, spiritual leaders, should create an ecosystem where we keep ourselves away from deep state influences. I lost everything because I did not allow deep state influences to manipulate and use my organization. But I have God with me. I am so peaceful and I feel I lived my purpose. I feel I have fulfilled my purpose. I have no regrets. I can face my God with the tremendous peace, love, honesty, and integrity. I fulfilled His agendas. I worked only for God's agendas. Never influenced or allowed deep state to influence my organization. I can declare this with all my integrity to people and God. If we all show to the next generation, surely we will gain the trust and faith of the next generation. And we, the people of God, we, the people of book, we, the people of robe, we, the people of faith, we, the people of spirituality, we, the people of religion, we, the people who are believed, trusted by the common mass there for their liberation and deliverance. We, the people to whom common mass opens their vulnerable space called faith and trust. We need to work only for transparent declared agendas of religion and transparent declared agendas of nations. I sincerely request all the religious leaders, let's start forming the core group. Let's not bother about the number is too small. See, all great things started in a very small way. The strength of our vision is our real asset. The power of our integrity to our vision, the faith we carry towards our agendas, our vision, that is our real asset. With that, surely we can save the planet Earth together for next generation. We can save humanity together, keep them alive for the next generation. We should keep the planet Earth the only home human beings have, at least as on now. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. That's all for now. Thank you. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Maha Kailasa, Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.